If you're new here, my name is Portia, and this is a space where we'll be navigating life, this ever changing economy, with a little bit of wisdom, awareness, and a reminder that there's always hope, even in difficult seasons. So, what we're doing today is checking out some videos where people have lost their jobs. Imagine clocking in like any other day, already thinking about what you're going to do when you get off work, and then out of nowhere, you're fired. No warning, no explanation. It happens a lot more often than people think, and we're going to see some real stories. So we're going to get right into it.
Y'all, my corporate job just fired me. I went in today all nicely dressed like I am, and they sat me down and told me they were letting me go. After 6 years at this company, I am no longer there. And you know what? I'm not even upset. Is that bad? Is that bad not to feel upset about the situation? Like, I've been getting questions from family, and they're like, "How do you feel?" And my response to them has literally been, "I feel free." The reason before y'all even get, to thinking that it was because of something that I posted on here, it was not. It was because of budget cuts, and not only was I let go, but others were too. So yeah, that still surprising to me. I mean, I immediately asked in my, I guess, exit, just want to make sure that this is not about performance, and they clarified this is not about your performance. This is solely based on, us not getting the grants and these things that we were thought we were getting, and us having to cut back. And so I had to write it all down as they were talking, because I had to make sure, like, what?
So, a few things with this. For one, she's beautiful, and you see how much pride she takes into getting ready for work. I can't say that she's good at her job, but just from her presentation, I can see that this is something that she was passionate about and she wanted to do. And she was with this company for 6 years, y'all. It just goes to show that you always got to keep some other hooks out in the ocean to pick up more fish, because unfortunately with these companies, no job is guaranteed. You could be one of their best workers, you can perform extremely well, and it's always about their bottom line. Now, it sounds like this is a TikToker, so I'm sure she has other things out there for her, and that's so good, because I believe God may have a bigger plan for her than just staying at this job that just let her go. But we got to remember, y'all, these companies, they are not loyal. They will replace you in a second, and we have to make sure that we have other plans in place, whether that's having resumes out with other companies, whether that is starting your own business, having some kind of side hustle going on. We can't let people control the way that we take care of our family.
God puts you in certain positions in your life. He makes you do stuff that you wouldn't do. Like, I would have never put myself in this position to be even a little bit uncomfortable. But he did that for me. I just know there's something big coming. I know there's something big. So y'all gonna see a lot more of me. So get ready. And please share these videos with a friend.
So I love her attitude about this. She's absolutely right. God does put us in situations sometimes where we have no choice but to elevate. We have no choice but to trust Him. And that pushes us to a different level. It puts us where He wants us to be. So I know this girl, or this woman, she's going to be fine, y'all. But I'm going to leave her information in the description so you can go check her out, support her. She is a creator. So maybe that's going to be her full-time thing. We will see, but let's move on to the next.
I just can't believe this. I just got let go from my job of 6 years. Every single time this happens, that is the worst feeling in the world. This feeling sucks. A message from my boss yesterday to come into the office this morning, and I'm like, that can't be good news because I haven't been in the office in years. So I get called into the office. I came, and basically he was just like, I have good news and bad news.
Okay, so this makes me a little upset, because if you're a remote worker, and it sounds like she's a remote worker, or at least hybrid at the very least, and her boss calls her in, for one, for me personally, it could have been an email. You guys let me know in the comments if this was going to happen to you. Would you rather go into the office to hear it face to face, or would you want them to let you know via a Zoom call or something like that. Y'all let me know in the comments. But for me personally, don't call me. And if I'm gonna get fired, just let me know from the comfort of my own home. But let's continue.
Bad news is that we have to let you go. The economy sucks. Good news is that you'll be paid out for the rest of the month. Plus, you'll get an extra $4,000 to help you out until you find another job.
So, I mean, that was nice, right? Do we think that's nice or not? Because $4,000, that, depending on how much she makes, that could be about 2 checks. And I can't assume what she makes, but for the average person who's making between $18 to $20 an hour, a little less than that, that's probably about 2 checks bi-weekly. And they don't have to do that, but she's been with the company 6 years also. Or did she say 6 years? I'm getting the other video confused. But that lessens the blow a little bit, but I don't like that good news, bad news thing. Like, this is bad news. Who knows how long it's going to take to find another job. And you're trying to play it up like, hey, yeah, you're getting fired, but here you go. And I don't know if I necessarily like the tone of that. But I mean, it's $4,000, and she said that they're going to pay her a little bit more. But we'll go ahead and continue. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
If I find another job, my partner has not had a job since September because of how hard it is to get a job right now. So that makes me worried for myself because if he can get a job, I sure as hell cannot get a job either. They always say, oh, it's a blessing in disguise, a blessing in disguise. But after this is going to be the 4th time that this has happened to me, I've never seen the blessing. I've never had that blessing. I don't know what that looks like. And is this time going to be any different? How is this going to be any better? Where's the blessing? The only thing that I have going for me right now is doing social media and being a content creator. That's the only thing that I'm passionate about and is actually making me money. So at this point, I'm just like, I need to go all in. Maybe this is my blessing in disguise. I need to go all in and just focus on this because I don't want to do another corporate 9-to-5 job. I don't want to sit in an office. I don't want to do any of that. So I don't know what's gonna happen from here. So follow along if you're interested in my new chapter of my life where I'm figuring where and what I'm doing.
Okay, so we have another person who's also a content creator, and I think that's great because we see these corporate companies. You just never know. You never know what's going to happen. You never know with social media either because, again, these are corporate companies as well. But you always want to have more. You don't want to have all your eggs in one basket, as the saying goes. And like she said, the $4,000, that I wouldn't turn that down. And I guess you should be grateful, or you can be grateful for that amount that the company gave her because they didn't have to. But it just sucks. And I still don't like that they called her into the office to deliver this news. And I know she said she didn't see the blessing in the other time she got let go, and that's terrible. Have you guys ever been fired or laid off before? I've been laid off before once, but I knew it was coming because it was a temporary position. But for it to happen multiple times, maybe God is telling her that it's time to go in a different direction. So I wish her the best, and we keep her and everyone else you see in this video in your prayers. As always, I'm going to leave the description for her social media account if you want to go and support her. And let's move on to the next.
Yo, I'm so fucking tired, bro. I'm tired of fucking being here. I work at this fuck ass job, and these people just fired me today. I work my ass off here, and there's one job that I actually really like, and I work with people that I actually really like, and I treat my clients like their family, and these people just fire me and try to tell me that I have 11 occurrences when I don't, and I know I don't. just so over it, y'all. I'm just so over it. Them firing me has literally hurt my feelings to my core. And I don't know what's next, y'all. Because content ain't paying my bills. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I don't know. I really don't know.
So, y'all, this one, you could just feel how hurt she is. And this makes me really sad. And my heart goes out to her, to all of the ladies in this video. But for her, this seems to be devastating to her. And one thing I want you guys to know, way back, I used to work for a company that handled unemployment claims for different employers. And in a situation like this, where it sounds like she was let go due to attendance occurrences, make sure that you still file for unemployment. In the majority of states, what I will tell you is if they cannot prove misconduct, it's highly likely that you'll be granted unemployment. So if they're saying that she violated their attendance policy, which they have every right to terminate employment if you violate their policies, but if there is no misconduct, it's highly likely that she will get unemployment if she files for it. So many people are confused about how unemployment works, and they think that if they're fired for something and not laid off, they won't go and apply. So that's just my little mini message to you. If you're ever fired from a job, apply for unemployment. I don't care what you're fired for. Apply just to see what happens. But in the case of attendance, as long as her last occurrence was due to something outside of her control, she should be okay. But if she called off saying, hey, I just overslept, then that's not likely to get approved. But if she called off due to her being ill or her car stopped on her or something like that, strong possibility she will get unemployment. Not that that makes the situation any better, but I want anyone out there who's listening to this, always apply for unemployment. And I really hope that she knows her worth isn't in her job. And even when you like a job, it's still a job, y'all. We don't have any control over when we work for someone else. So my advice is always to keep a few applications out there floating around. I don't care how long you've been on the job. I don't care how much you like the job. Always have some things out there just in case. And here's my little mini commercial, you guys. If you don't know, I run FYIRemoteJobs.com, where you can go and find free remote job leads. That's all I post, guys, is remote work from home job leads. But I would definitely recommend that you check out my Patreon membership, where you get 25 remote job leads Monday through Friday. Not the same job leads recycled over and over. New job leads. You could try it 7 days for free. If you do, use code MEMBER. The link is in the description box below. And I'm going to list her video too, you guys. If you're on that other app, go and show her some love, send her some encouragement, because this is just so sad, and it happens every single day. And for our last video, y'all, I want to leave us on a more positive note, because she was fired, but God said he had something better. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video.
I never usually tell my testimony on a video like this, but sometimes you have to take a step back and encourage yourself in the Lord. Last year, 2023, was one of the hardest years in my life, and I know a lot of y'all can relate, because baby, okay, 2023 put us through the ringer. All right, I ended up getting fired from my job, y'all. That day I got fired, I sat in this car right here and I was bawling my eyes out. That job was barely paying my bills. I was barely able to make ends meet at the time, and I was just so sad, asking God, what am I about to do? What I see in front of me is not looking good, baby, okay? What I see in front of me look like I might just go pick a cliff to hop off of, okay? I'm just keeping it real. As I'm sitting here wiping my eyes, I'm sitting here crying out to God, my phone started going off. My phone started going off. I said, baby, who is calling me in the middle of my crying session? So I look at my phone, y'all, and it's TikTok. And I'm like, why do I have 99 plus TikTok notifications? What is going on? That day before I went to work, I used to work the mid shift. I posted a TikTok before I went to work. I opened the app and I seen one of my videos was going viral. It had like 10,000 views at the moment. I go home, I tell my mom I got fired from my job, and she told me, don't worry about it. You know, tomorrow you off. You ain't got nothing else to do. You ain't got nothing but time and opportunity, baby. So tomorrow when you wake up, the first thing you do is start job hunting. I woke up that next morning. Let me tell you how God gives it to you with speed. I woke up, y'all. I kid you not. My phone was completely full of booked up appointments. I was booked up days and days and days in advance. My video had over 100,000 views. It had like 2,000-3,000 comments. I said, baby, I said, who phone is this? Who phone is this? This my phone? Y'all, the Lord had blessed me with my books being completely full days out in advance. I was getting so much exposure. I was getting so much great feedback from people who don't even know me. We walk by faith and not by sight. Please remember, y'all, this work that you're doing is not in vain. As long as you trust in the Most High and you put that work in, the gifts are already yours. I say all this to say, keep going. I don't know who you are on the other side of this screen, but baby, keep going. Jesus is right here on your side as long as you let him in and give him full reign and dominion over your life to take over. So don't give up. Don't quit. Please keep going, because your breakthrough can be tomorrow. Matter of fact, your breakthrough can be tonight. Please remind yourself of the things he has brought you through already. That way you know if he's done it back then, he's going to do it again. Period.
And that is an amazing outro. I can't add any more to it. She said it the best, you guys. Keep the faith. Remember to check the description for links to support these ladies, to check out job information. If you're looking, you should always be looking, y'all. But I hope y'all have a blessed day. Make sure to like and follow the page. And on my shorts channel, y'all, I post remote job leads. See y'all later. Bye.